The Quick and Easy Way to Effective Speaking by Dale Carnegie. So let me tell you, 7th standard. I was in 7th standard. I mean 7th standard से I got this कि मुझे थोड़ी English अपनी ठीक करनी पड़ेगी. But I never took a step on this particular thought. But when I was upgraded or promoted to 9th standard, I felt the need of speaking in English, and you are able to express your thoughts in English. So I just wanted something to make me comfortable, confident, and you know what? I have glossophobia. Like glossophobia is phobia of public speaking. So I have never gone on stage and said some speech. I would have, but once in a year, just that. But when I was small, I used to do so many stage works. I have so many certificates, but I don't. Now I don't. But I'm just trying to work on my self-confidence and just get rid of that glossophobia from, yeah. This book was really good. I mean, people don't care. People don't really care. But this book is such a nice book. It is also non-fiction / self-help book. Guys, मैंने अपने बाल काट लिए थे. Oh shit, okay. Next we have is Atomic Habits by James Clear. So this book is a complete masterpiece. If I say 5 stars for this book, because this was the first self-help book, I wanted to read it. I wanted to complete this book, and I annotated this book a lot. Annotated, yeah. What? I annotated this book a lot. So I can't find it. This book was such a nice book. I mean, after my operation, the very first book I read was this, and the One Night at Concert I read before my operation. And it took me a long, like 3 months to complete that book. But at the ending, I completed 50 pages in just 2 hours. It was so good. It was so good. The last 50 pages, fire. Then I am currently reading The Silent Patient. Oh my goodness. This was on my TBR since a long. I mean, I never liked reading books, but I was very, very, curious about this book. And right now, I have read this book halfway, and this book is amazing. This book is amazing. मतलब मैं एक ही दिन में से पढ़ लेती, but I have to study my syllabus का भी थिंग ना, तो मैंने इसे थोड़ा सा अपने आप को कंट्रोल करके रखा है. And this book is just amazing. मतलब मेरा एक ही दिन में से पढ़ते हुए मैंने आधी पढ़ दी, and I hope so मैं आज इसको पूरा कंप्लीट कर दूँ कल तक, because मैंने चाहती हूँ. I mean, it is just so very very क्या बोलूँ मैं बाद में जब कंप्लीट कर लूँ इसके बाद. Then we have The Housemaid. Now I don't use BookTok, but जो book YouTubers हैं, yeah, so I love psychological thriller. I just love psychological thriller. And just let me tell you कि ये जो self help books थी मेरे पास, these are the only self help books I'm gonna have till I'm dead. Because I'm done with self-help books, I don't need more, because I know what I have to do now. Now the best genre I can read in these few months is psychological thriller. I mean, psychological thriller is just so good and so catchy to read. I will be shocked for some moment what happened in this book, and then I'll be like, oh my goodness, I have to read this book. This is so good. I have not started reading it yet, but I'll start it after this, I guess, or maybe not. And then we have The Locked Door. I read this book in one day. I mean, okay. See. I guess they have equal number of pages, but I took 3 months to read this book and 1 day to read this. Can you see the difference? It's enormous. And this book, oh my goodness, this book, The Locked Door. Oh my goodness. Freda McFadden, what a writer she is. I mean, what a writer. I love this book. And then I have 3 psychological thrillers from her. One is The Housemaid, The Locked Door, and third is The Inmate. Okay, I have not read this book also, but it sounds interesting. मैंने इसका blurb पढ़ा है, blurb, and this is interesting book. Then we have The Psychology of Money, and it is also a good book, and it changed the way I think about money. Yeah, it did. It did change the way I think about money, because oh my goodness. Okay, but somehow मुझे लगता है कि मुझे उतनी मनी के बारे में नॉलेज हमारे स्कूल में फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी पढ़ाते हैं, देन मम्मी पापा भी बताते हैं, राइट. तो मुझे इतना नॉलेज गैप इस बुक को पढ़ के नहीं लगा, विच आई अप्रिशिएट कि मेरे आसपास के लोगों ने मुझे इतना बता दिया था. तो आई लव रीडिंग दिस बुक. बट स्टॉक मार्केट के बारे में थोड़ा बहुत आ रहा था, विच वॉज चेंजिंग माई माइंड कि मैं छोड़ दूँ इस बुक को. बट देन मैं सोचा नहीं, आई शुड जस्ट रीड अबाउट स्टॉक मार्केट्स टू. एंड आई रेड, एंड वाज इंटरेस्टिंग. एंड स्टॉक मार्केट्स आर इंटरेस्टिंग, राइट. आपको पता नहीं कब गिर जाए, कब चल जाए. एंड ऐसा भी है कि आप देख सकते हैं, ओके हिस्ट्री में तो ये हुआ था, मतलब पास्ट में ये हुआ था, क्या मतलब वापस हो जाए, नहीं, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं. गाइस, मैंने अपनी सारी बुक्स अच्छे से रखी है. वैसे वो 3 बुक्स जो मैंने 7th स्टैंडर्ड से ली थी आपके पास, वही अच्छे से ली है. एंड द लास्ट वन इज दिस comic book, of course, a fiction / comic book, right? Tom Gates, by Tom Gates, A Tiny Bit Lucky. So it's a comic book I was forced to read by my sister, and she gave it to me to add to my books collection. I was like, no, I'm not adding it to my books collection. But then she said that you have to. So I said, no problem. I can have 1 comic book at least. And then here we have, so how many books let me count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 30. Okay, I have 30 books. Now let me tell you, I have how many books in each genre I have here. So yeah. Okay, yeah. So let me just show you. So I have 2 in finance books, The Psychology of Money and Rich Dad Poor Dad. And Rich Dad Poor Dad is also considered as a classic. So I have 2 business and 1 classic. Then I have 3 self-help books, which are amazing. I mean, they are just so amazing, very amazing. And this is also non-fiction, so yeah. Then I have 4 psychological thriller. Oh my goodness, these 4 books have my heart because they were on my TBR list for so long. Like when I started reading, and when I realized that I would not read self-help books my whole life, but I wanted some more books to read, then okay. So I moved on to psychological thriller, and I would love to try science fiction books too, science fiction fantasy books too. I think they're also fun. And then we have 3. I don't know. I mean, these 3 are fiction. These 2 are kind of horror, but not at all horrifying. And then it is also fiction, and just fiction, nothing else. And then we have this also, a comic book. So we have 3 genres here: self-help, then psychological thriller, then business, and then we have classic and non-fiction. Okay, we have 5 genres in my bookshelf. Okay, now I have something very interesting to show you. I mean, these are my first flight ticket, and I have just kept them preserved. And guess what? Preserved? Oh my goodness. What is wrong with me? I have just kept them secure, but guess what? Where are all the details? I mean, I just found it very randomly after 5 years, and I see the whole thing is gone. I mean, the passenger's detail is gone, and we have 3 flight tickets here, and 3 of them are same. I mean, where is the detail? I mean, this is kind of crazy and creepy at the same time. If you think that it would be if you see this, right? And you think that the passenger is unknown, and then you get to know that the passenger who is unknown was killed by someone who was traveling with him, but he is also unknown. Oh shit, okay, yeah. So yeah, this was all for today's video. I hope you like this video, and please recommend me more books to read. And yeah, and the genre, if I say so, psychological thriller, and then science fiction fantasy, which is a 5-star rate for you, because I don't want to jump in the world of science fiction fantasy and read the worst book, I guess. So yeah, I mean, no book is worst, but from my perspective, I like something which, keeps your curiosity alive till the end, which is, having jaw-dropping twists and suspense, thriller kind of thing. Because in movies also I see horror movie and thriller movie, nothing else. And now I don't think so I'm going to see any movie anymore, because I love books so much. If I'm going to see any movie, it would be Disney movies, because Disney movies are just so good. And yeah, I'm done with my yapping, and bye, I love you all. And guys, do subscribe to my channel. Yeah, good. Okay, so very good, and please hit the like button and bell icon ko zarur daba lena to get what? Notifications about my upcoming videos. Bye!